how to do a CMA on a property that's in distress, maybe needs some repairs. What's happening more and more right now, I'm Dustin over here, Mantle Realty, and I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of how to do a CMA on a distressed property. Let's jump in. All right, first up, let's go ahead and jump into the MLS right here, and we are going to start on a property. So we click in here, and we are going to open up the tax card bill just to make sure that all of our specs are exactly right. And I already have this copied and pasted, so I'm just going to use a random address right here. All right, now that we've got that loaded, I am right here. I'm going to look at the building square footage, bedrooms, baths, year build, lot size, things like that. So I'm going to come back into here. I am going to input it right here into the map search. Why, you say? Because location, location, location. This property is in a little bit of a rural area, as you can tell. So I'm going to click right here and go 1 mile out. And if you remember, it is about 1,000 square feet. Well, guess what? Well, that's not going to be a lot of properties that are going to be in here. So I do a square footage range, usually 300 foot on each side of it. So I'm here. All right, I'm down to 7. But I know that I don't have a lot of properties here to pick from, especially distressed properties. So let's go back out a little bit more. 9, 3, I got 20, so I might find a couple distressed properties. And I'm gonna look at the age of it, because it's 1962. I don't want to be comparing to any kind of new build. So 2000 and under takes me down 19 properties. All right, so now I've got these 19 properties pulled up. I like to personally go by distance because it makes life a little bit easier, especially if it's an area I don't really know extremely well. And so I can see right here of properties of how close they are. So this one's pretty close, pretty good square footage range, things like that. So I'm gonna click fill it. Same thing here. And as you look, as you can tell, I've removed the price off of this, so you can't see what it is yet. Why? Because we want to make sure that we're doing a good job off of this. And so I am blindly doing this as a whole. So I'm skipping a couple because there's others that are closer in square footage range, things like that. Now they do have more bedrooms and baths. So now I'm going to click on these properties that I got, and I'm going to look at them. So the property got right now, condition wise, it is going through a little bit of remodel. The seller decided to quit. So as you see, that one's way friggin' nicer. All right, next one up on the board. Still pretty nice, right? Yes, I do click that quickly through there. Those pictures are crap. That person should be removed from the real estate association. This house, standard cabinets, standard floors, but it's still not in bad condition. All right, let's go look at some other ones. Nothing distressed, as you can tell. So when we look at this, what do you do if you can't find a distressed property? Guess what? This one ain't great, folks. I can tell you that by the lighting of it, different wall colors, things like that. Still not quite distressed, but it might hold a little bit more value for me, and it's still not sold on the market. Yes, I really do go this quick through the photos. So I'm looking at it, still not distressed. All right, we're gonna go to the next slide. Nope, good to go. All right. Okay, so this is dated. I like that. Got a little bit dated, got a little bit of everything else. Closed for $175. And I've clicked it, Mountain View Road. All right. And this one ain't gonna be, nope. Let's look at this one. That's the trailer, should be in there. Not sure what that is. Looks like a trailer. Says stick built. Think somebody's lazy. This one's a money shot right here, folks. All right, why you ask? Because if you look at it, I know I'm flying through them. As you can see, old cabinets, no remodel work. I guarantee you it smells. Guarantee you. Sorry for that's your listing. All right. Nope. terrible. I need to do a better job staging. All right, so now that we've looked through all these different properties here, we are going to say, yep, that one's a money shot for me too. A bit of a remodel, not great. Yeah. All right, so now I'm gonna look at the quick CMA off of this, just seeing what comes close. So that Mountain View property was my #1 pick off of everything. And if you look right here, look at the price point difference off of it. Yeah, so you're at $177 a square foot versus other things that are sold for $200, $230, $238. I'm gonna look at the acreage lot size. That's about the same as my comparable here. So if you look right here, I know I didn't tell you all that part, but I could tell 0.47 acres. So these are all right at that. So like literally these are great properties. So we've got two different ways of doing this actual CMA. First up, we can take, if we know what it costs to get it up to living condition, we could say, okay, start at a $200,000 price per square foot number. So move my calculator here so you can see. And what was our square footage? Like I said, we're just going based off of this 25 or 1025 times 205. So it gives me a price at $210,000. And if you look at these comps over here, guess what? It's right on the money, right? Or we can, and then we would say it's going to take $40,000 of work to finish up. So if the comparable is better than your subject, you subtract. If it is worse, you add. I would price my property right around $170,000. I also think right here that I'm going to have to put in a little bit of sweat equity for in today's market. Now, a couple years ago, people would take it as is because they wanted to have a less of a house payment and have more money left over. Now let's just see what happens. Like I said, I've not done this property. 1025 times $175,000 or $175 a square foot. Bingo bango. So that's how I come up with a distressed property sale. Again, this property isn't really bad, but as you can tell just from looking at that, only thing I did was a square footage range, make sure it's close in age and 3 miles out because it's in a rural area. Now, if you're in more of a suburb or city urban area, yes, you need to tighten up that radius and you should find properties. If you don't, you can extend out, but you got to start first with the ones that are around the property and light condition. Let me know if you've got any questions on how to do a CMA on a distressed property. I'd be glad to help you out. It's Dustin over here at Mantle Realty. Thanks for watching.